everybody. My name's Chris Warren.
Are you sure about that? My name is Matt Lopes. Welcome to the You Should Be Worried podcast. Chris, do you want to apologize? You want to start off this episode with a nice little fat apology to our base?
What am I apologizing for?
I think you know what you're apologizing for.
I've been scandal-free for like 6 months.
You should apologize for, you know what you did. Chris was not thinking about the pod. Chris was not thinking about the welfare of the pod this past week. And before you're probably looking at his face, his little dumb, little stupid face. You're thinking to yourself, what is that missing? Why does Chris look like a hipster Dracula today? He got rid of his fucking mustache.
A hipster Dracula? Yeah, I did shave my mustache because I was having one of those. Like I have these every once in a while. Like just like a full-on break from reality.
You look like Nosferatu,
that is not
but with Riz.
Correct.
Oh, thank you.
Damn
See, that was
straight.
nice. It was kind of an insult,
Riz
but then it came around.
Yeah.
Riz
looks like Riz Ferratu.
I want.
I don't think you should have a. I want to suck your dick.
That's what I was. Yeah, thank you. So you know me well. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
That got a clap.
Oh, good, dude. I fucking.
No, I shaved my mustache because I was having like a mental breakdown.
You don't put that. You don't put that on the audience.
I wanted to feel in control of something.
You don't put that on the people who are watching this.
I shaved my mustache.
You deal with however you have to deal with your own problems by yourself. You don't punish us by shaving your fucking mustache. Your mustache is top 5 features on Chris Warren's body.
I mean, it's really where all my personality came from.
Correct. And now what? Now that it's gone, what do you still have that personality?
No,
Or is it a different personality?
I didn't have the personality. It was the mustache hid the fact that I wasn't that interesting.
Oh, okay.
Because I was just a guy with a mustache, you know?
Exactly. And now what are you?
I don't even know.
Yeah. Maybe not even a guy.
Is that what you're pressed about? You're not doing a lot of yes and right now.
Dude,
I'm a little mad.
Matt's genuinely mad.
I'm a little mad.
Chris clearly going through something by shaving his face.
No, because we hung out earlier.
Ben's like, I've been around the block. Whenever Chris shaves his face, it's not a good sign.
We hung out earlier this week, and I saw that he had gotten rid of his mustache. And I didn't react happily to that, too, either.
Yeah, he was very cold to me in public. It was like, it honestly felt like seeing an ex. When I saw Matt without my mustache, he was like, yeah, no, I hope you're good. I'm fine. I'm seeing someone here. I got to like go over there now. I'm just catching up with my other friends.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all. That's not the only reason, though.
So, Matt, if and when you lose all that weight, are we supposed to be disappointed in you?
Correct. You should be trying to keep me as big as possible.
Actually,
you guys aren't good friends if you don't want me to die by 33.
Dude, I'm going to get so much pussy off your death. It's going to be crazy.
We'll see.
Although I've had like 5 friends die, zero pussy off any of them.
Damn, dude. Does that mean they're not good enough? They're not good friends?
No, like a lot of them were really close, actually. Just
still couldn't use it.
Not a lot of women cared that they were dead, I think, was the issue.
What kind of women are you going for when they die? I feel like you should have a more strategic approach, you know?
Like cousins at the funeral.
Cousins at the funeral, and none of them take, huh?
No.
I don't think I have any cousins that would show up and be like, damn, who's that? You know, if they saw you. And not in a way where it's like Chris is ugly. I'm just saying like...
It sounded that's like exactly what you were saying.
Not to say that Chris is like ugly. I'm not saying that.
Dude, I don't even think Matt's doing a bit anymore. I think he's genuinely mad at me. Right now, I thought it was a bit. Now it's feeling a little personal.
It's a bit. Let me just say more things I think are bad about you.
Yeah.
No, dude, it's fine. You got a new car? How's the car situation go?
It's good. I got a new car.
Good?
I'm rolling around. I'm
good, dude.
I haven't been in... so my last car was from like 2007.
Uh-huh.
So I missed like 16 years of car development.
Correct.
This thing's like a fucking spaceship. And
oh, is it new? Is it a new car?
Yeah, it's new. It's
Jesus
nice.
Christ.
Wait, did you end up buying what your rental was? Did you get the same car?
Similar, but not the exact same.
That thing was sick, dude.
Yeah.
We went up to City Winery.
And he had it for way too long.
Had it for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Imagine paying rental on a car.
I spent like
You're
a
not
lot
on
of money on a rental.
You're not on vacation at all. You're just going from work to home to open mics in a fucking great rental car for 3 weeks
We had
straight.
a great trip to City Winery, Matt.
It was a fantastic time.
You.
It was a really good time.
Besides the guy who refused to go any more than 10 miles per hour on a single lane road.
Oh, he was fun. Yeah, he was cool.
That was great.
Yeah, that was horrible. I hated that, but I also liked that. Like being in bad situations gets funny at a certain point. Like, cause you're like, what is my life right now? Like, if this happens to people, that's really funny that this is happening to people. You know,
that's how I feel about my life. Every morning I wake up, I'm like, this is nuts.
Yeah.
This people live
I
like
gotta
this.
exist all day, dude. Yo, some people are not having a good time right now, and that's funny.
I roll out of my bed that's in my kitchen onto the pile of trash on the floor.
Yeah.
And I just go, man, I'm really in this right now. This is how I'm living.
Fucking great.
Yo, I was honestly surprised because I feel like with you, Chris, like I had never been in your apartment, and I'm like, Chris doesn't really eat much. And then I walk inside, I'm like, yo, this could be Matt's apartment. This is a crazy place.
You caught me at peak hoarding though, because I go through phases where I'll be really good and clean and everything's pristine. I'd say like 70% of the time. And then 30% of the time, I get like weird depression where I don't want to address I'm depressed. So instead of addressing I'm depressed, I'll just like eat McDoubles in my kitchen standing up and then just throw throw the wrapper on the ground.
Facing? Are you facing the sink, the fridge? What do you face when you're eating your McDoubles?
I usually no. There's this picture above my bed, and that's also in the kitchen, and I'll look up at the picture, and it's a picture I drew the first time I did acid.
Uh-huh.
And I go,
you just stare at that photo?
I just stare at it. I'm like, that's who I really am. You take away all this glitz and glamour of like trying to be something. Like at the end, we're all just beasts.
Jesus Christ.
And then I crumple up the wrapper and throw it on the ground. I have a working trash can. I just feels right. And then when I shaved the mustache in the same swoop, I shaved the mustache. And then I was like, because I wanted to feel a sense of control, because I felt like my life was very out of control at the moment.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, now I'm going to clean the apartment. And I cleaned it so good, everything's shiny and chrome, and I threw out like probably 10% of my worldly possessions. That's like really stuff cool. That wasn't trash. I was just like, I got to do something. And just started throwing clothes out that I wear.
Living the minimalistic lifestyle. Yeah. That's fucking awesome. Every time I walk into your apartment and it's dirty, I have this sense of myself that's like, I feel weirdly at home right now. I'm like, why does this apartment feel like it's something that I would totally come home
loved it.
to?
I felt like I was right back at school, dude. I kept saying to Chris, I was like, dude, college vibes.
Yeah, dude. 7-year senior, bro.
Yo, Chris is living in the past.
Dude, I'm a legacy.
You know, by having an apartment like as dirty as a child.
Speaking of college, did I tell you about when I went to Syracuse? That my grandfather went there, and my grandfather was cool as fuck, dude. Yeah. He was like the man, and so he was like one of the founders of this frat. I think it's called Alpha Tau Omega.
Okay.
And I don't know how they are on other campuses, but at Syracuse, like they were one of the cool frats. You know, there's the cool and the, and so like because I was a legacy, because he was like one of the founders on campus, like I went there to like, she's like, you gotta go over there, and I was talking to them, and it was basically like, without saying it out loud, it came down to things. It's like, we kind of got to like have to give you a bid because your grandfather's picture is like one of the first 12 guys. He's like literally right there.
Jesus
But
Christ.
Like, do you really want to be in this frat? Like, do you feel, look around. Do you feel like people like you in here? Do you feel like you're giving out good vibe? Do you think your speech on tactics and medieval warfare really are something these guys are going to want to talk about?
And what's Chris's reaction when he hears this from people?
I just like got the vibes that, oh, these guys really don't like me and find me very annoying. It's like I probably am not going to rush this frat.
Fuck.
And my grandfather was...
I thought it would have been funny if you're like, fuck you, I'm definitely joining this frat now. I'm going to make your lives fucking hell.
Nowadays I would have, but I was way too insecure back then to do that. I was just like, I guess they don't like me. I'm just going to go home and go on Reddit where I'm safe. But, dude, my grandfather was so disappointed.
Yeah. He
was like, I founded that frat. Do you have any fucking idea how cool I was in the 50s
we used
at
to
Syracuse?
Drink mead in there.
Yeah. When this campus had like 1,000 people on it. And
that's great.
Did you graduate high school 2013?
2012.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
But 2016 fucking high school graduate.
So we wouldn't even been in high school at the same time.
You'd be 1 year out as I was going in.
Damn,
you're like a pedophile of like podcast hosts.
Yeah, you can't just be saying shit like that.
I think if they hear the math, they'll understand that it doesn't like factually check out.
So you think the fact that we're friends,
surprised you
because you're 4 years younger than me, means that it is kind of a pedophilic vibe going on?
You can totally be friends with me.
Okay.
I consent to this relationship with this old man.
You guys are the same years apart that I am from my brother Jack, and then me and Chris are the same years apart that I am from my brother Dave.
You and Jack like each other.
We're homies.
See,
Oh yeah.
that's the difference for you and Jack and me and Chris.
It only took 57 episodes
My
for this to come to fruition.
The mustache was the last thing he was. It's like when you're. It's like if Matt was dating a hot girl and she finally got fat, and now he doesn't want to put up with how she behaves.
When
This is me with the mustache. Now I don't have the mustache. He's like, why do we even put up with you?
he's hard to look at, Ben.
I feel like I'm right back at Alpha Tau Omega, dude.
See, this
Are you
isn't
sure
weird.
you want to be in this room with me and Ben right now? You think we like you here?
This is how I met Chris.
It's true.
Really?
Like, Chris stepped into his mustache and long-haired face.
Yeah.
So, like, I know him this way. It's not weird for
Holy
me.
shit.
You have a weird mental complex going on.
Ben's from the before times.
I met
Back
Chris
when I
with
had a
mustache.
corporate career and there was a pathway out of comedy if I wanted
Is
it.
this the longest you've seen Chris's hair, though?
Yeah.
What was the shortest you've seen Chris's hair?
Whatever you used to cut your hair before.
Yeah, I used to have it like short, like probably Ben's
like
length,
kind
but
of
just
like how my hair is.
my hair was styled really gay instead. Like
A little more flat.
Ben's hair looks cool as fuck. Mine was gay as hell.
I've gone through all of them, but every time I grow my hair like out a lot, it really fucks up my hairline.
Oh, because you keep pulling it back to put it up?
Yeah, I have a problem with like putting it up and shit.
I don't think I don't think that it's fucking up your hairline. I think when your hair gets longer, you see more the contrast
That's
between
true.
your hairline and your hair.
That's also true.
Oh,
I think that's what it is.
he's attacking me.
After all this, I'm attacking you.
I feel attacked right now.
Well,
New car, new spaceship.
yeah, new spaceship cruising.
Dude, fire. How many RPMs that shit hit on the highway?
Fucking like 3.
What's the car, Chris? Can
3
we look it up?
RPMs, dude.
Can we look it up?
Yeah, it's a I don't even remember.
Cadillac.
Yeah, as far as the audience is concerned,
CS:GO.
I get
Red
a
car.
BMW M3.
I figured why not drop a little more dough on the racing series? The podcast is doing so well.
It's doing so well.
Well, if it's anything like that rental, that thing was sick.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I feel like I'm in a spaceship. But here's the thing. It's so much nicer than my old car,
Yeah.
but I like still miss my old car because I had that thing for like 7 years. So I was like, the seat was like formed to my body. Like the steering wheel, there was like a rubbed down part where I would always put the one hand, like when cruising.
You're like my grandfather,
Yeah.
this lazy boy.
And
every time he rotates it, he's like, "This thing fucking sucks."
dude, it almost it was
That's exactly what he paid for it to do, and he still has problems with it.
dude, and the seat was like perfectly adjusted. Now I gotta like refigure out the seat adjustment. And it's like not the same
Now there's
seat.
way more buttons.
There's so many more buttons.
When you're in
There's
the-
like screens. The whole front of the car is just fucking screens, which I didn't even know was legal.
Yeah. Dude, I saw this. I was driving my boss's car
You could goon
like
in there.
into another like parking space one day, and the dashboard doesn't show you the MPH. The MPH is like. You're being really rude right now. The
I'm sorry.
MPH
I'm sorry,
shines
Ben
at the.
gave me the idea to goon in my car, which I'm now gonna have to do.
He said there were so many screens in there.
Okay. Oh, you got a goon? You just gotta have one of them on.
If
porn.
anyone's gonna goon in the whip for the first time in history, it's gotta be Chris.
Okay, listen.
4 screens
wouldn't be
and
the
you're not
first time.
gooning. 4 screens and you're not gooning. That's crazy.
Got my Oculus on
Dude, if
my
I have-
2024 Ford, whatever.
Listen, if we're supposed to meet somewhere and I get there early in a car, like, oh, sorry, I'm gonna be an hour late, and it's not enough time to like go somewhere, I'm just stuck in my car. I'm masturbating in my car. Just know. Just know.
Have I ever done that? I
I
don't think I've
masturbated
ever
while
done that.
driving. Like
Really?
a bunch of times.
I can't bend like that in my car.
No,
I
because
can't fucking reach
you don't bend it like Beckham
those places
in that Civic,
my car
dude?
while I'm driving. When I'm sitting, you gotta go because I gotta pull.
Just
I gotta
Chris
push in.
nonchalantly going a bunch of times.
No, what I would do.
Yeah, that's nuts.
So my last year
That's
at
fucking
UConn,
illegal.
my last year at UConn, I was a commuter student. My last year because I had like run out of money, so I lived off campus.
Yeah.
And I would commute up from like Monroe, Connecticut, up to Stores.
Don't say it like that. What the fuck? Like, why do you have like a British? way of saying like English words.
What are you talking about?
No, it's just
Talk
more
like you're from a fucking another country. You were born and raised in Greenwich.
What are you what word did I say that threw you?
Monroe.
That's how you pronounce
Monroe. You're
Monroe.
from Connecticut. Act like it.
Okay. So I was from Monroe.
Thank you. Go.
And I drove up to Sturs, and on my way to Stores, I would go there. I'd do my classes. I'd like load my classes. So they were on 2 days. I'd hit all my classes. Then I would hang out with my friends afterwards, like usually at a party or something, because I had a Friday class. And then after the party at like 1 a.m, I was probably shouldn't have been driving in the first place. I was probably pretty drunk, and I miss drunk driving was lit, and I would drive because no one else was on the highway because it's like upstate. So I would just put on cruise control and just drive with the knee, and I would have the phone up here on the little like holder thing, and then it would be hooked into the surround sound.
Yeah.
With like the bass turned up.
Which means people can hear it from the outside.
No one else was on the road. That's why I did it.
Okay.
Because it was like 3 a.m, like driving back from Stores on the highway, and I would
driving with his knee.
and I wouldn't just masturbate. Like I would edge for like 30 minutes of the drive.
Do you have any place that if you accidentally finished where you would aim?
No, I would just listen. Here's how I'd finish every time.
On the floor. Of your
I
car?
would just shoot all over my stomach and chest.
No.
With a shirt on.
So that means it's on.
So it's just on my shirt, and I would just like zip up my pants and be like, if I get pulled over, like it just is what it is. That's what I was like. Pretty
What
heavy
the
into alcoholism.
fuck?
That was a pretty heavy alcoholism story.
What the fuck?
And that happened like probably 7 or 8 times. That was like kind of a semi-regular
Chris,
occurrence
you
that
can't
semester.
be fucking doing that.
I'm shocked I don't have a wife.
I'm
shocked I don't have a wife.
Dude.
Because that was the best. Because you'd see all the like hot girls at the party,
You don't
and
have
then
a
you'd be
bottle
too
to aim
scared to
into?
talk to them. So then you just goon on the way home.
You come onto your shirt.
No,
You don't even fucking like
Dude,
try to keep the shirt up, come onto your stomach, and then the clean
I
your
was
stomach
drunk
off.
driving and masturbating at the same time. Okay, there's only so many areas of mental focus I can give.
That's too much.
And then I would just
Dude,
light
that
up a
is too
cigarette.
much. With cum on your fingers
Just
by
come on my
accident.
finger, just light up the cigarette, and I would just cruise down like, oh yeah, it's a good day. Huskies for life.
Dude, that's so disgusting.
Yeah.
If
You
my hand
probably
ever
hold-
accidentally touches cum, dude, I make sure that hand doesn't touch anything else.
Chris, you probably
Especially not a cigarette that I'm lighting.
hold a 1 of 1 record of most times commuted from Monroe to fucking.
Yeah, if that's very specific, I am the king. The king of edging on your way home from school.
You should make a whole Instagram account and then just put in the bio, just trying to make it into Guinness Book of World Records.
It's just I record it, but it's not porn. It's just like from the face up. And it was great.
Yeah.
It was a great time. It was a great time in my life.
Oh my god.
For impressive reasons, give him a round of applause for that.
Yeah, let's
That
give me
shit's
a round of
fucking-
applause. I can't believe Alpha Tau Omega didn't want me in their frat.
If they heard
Although
about that
I
story,
hadn't done
dude,
that. Here's the best part. When I tried to join the frat,
Yeah.
or didn't try, I just went to check it out because my grandfather insisted. I was still sober then. I was sober my whole freshman year of college.
Yeah.
So it was definitely not a fit because they were like a hard and they're drinking frat and they're like, "What are you doing here, bro?"
Do you feel like you should cut your hair now that you don't have a mustache?
See, here's the thing. It's like I don't even think the long hair looks good anymore. I'm scared to cut it because it's like this is like over 3 years of growth.
Yeah.
So like if I cut it, that's just like a lot I'm getting rid of. You know, it's like, and I'll probably never grow it out this long again once I cut it. Realistically,
What if you just cut it in half?
would you like half the length?
Yeah, half.
That's what I was gonna suggest. You should just go back to how it was like. You know when your hair
Dude, I
started
think
getting long.
half that might look fucking sick.
I like that.
You'll
Because then it
do
would curl a little more.
Yeah,
That's
it's a
true.
vibe.
Dude,
Now you look Jewish
it
as
might be the
fuck.
move. And if you do that without the mustache, dude, and then your mustache starts to come in, dude,
And then you bring back the mustache
and you
immediately.
bring the mustache, I think you could actually.
That's
look
like that thing comes back, right?
good. I'll never shave my beard.
Why not?
I'll never do
I
it.
saw the photo you posted. You do look like that lesbian from Orange is the New Black. I would love to see that in IRL.
Yeah, boo.
That is their
Big
name.
boo.
Yo, that had me weak. I DM'd you, bro. I was like, this is great.
Yeah, that's what I looked like. I think beginning of college.
You were fucking women looking like that?
No.
Oh, I thought you had a girlfriend in that time.
No, I got a girlfriend midway through college. I had.
Oh,
I
you
had
stepped
my
into your
beard.
beard and
Because
long
once he
hair
had
phase?
the beard, then the ladies came.
I did, dude. That's dead ass. I gained more weight, but I had the beard, and plus beard plus talent equals pussy.
Equals hard work.
I did a play. I did a fucking play, and then after that, it was my first play that I did at Southern. And then like I met my girlfriend like that night after she saw me. She was like, "Oh my god, he's like a really tall, burly, sexy man."
That's how I think of you. So
And
that's
then
me
so
and
we
her
were
have that
together.
common.
And then the next thing that I got, the next role that I got was Gomez Adams. So I had to shave my beard. She hated it.
Did you have the little pencil mustache?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I kept the mustache.
I love that.
I would be walking around campus with just like all my second chin fucking hanging out. Like it's just out there, you know? Unwarranted. Unlawfully out, like just out in public, dude. I feel like double chin should be illegal for them to be out in public. Cover up your double chin. No one wants to see that shit. I'm trying to be walking around with just the mustache and my bare double chin. And people are like, put it away. Put it away. And then after that show is done, I grew my beard back, and she loved me again. You guys good?
That's good.
You guys have fun?
It was nice. I think I'm getting to that age where I'm just accepting that the wife and kids dream is over for me.
No.
I think so. I'm getting to that age.
It's not, dude. You're not even 30 yet.
It's true. I got 4 months. 4 months left.
Yeah. And you really only got to start worrying about that when you're like 35.
I mean, kids. You can get married a bunch of times, dude. Go talk to both my parents.
It's true.
You could also just get a kid, too. You don't actually need a woman to
Yeah,
have a
that-
kid.
That honestly,
Wayfair?
objectively would
They're underneath the dressers.
that would that would objectively be the funniest move I could make at this age if I just
Adopt a
like
kid.
adopted a kid without a wife or
Yes.
girlfriend, just had a kid by
In the
myself
apartment you live in now.
in a
the,
current apartment.
Yeah, dude.
the content asylum.
Yeah, and I don't send them to public school because I don't want the liberals ruining my children.
Dude,
so I just homeschool like a kid from Cambodia.
There's a guy who my buddies and I were watching on TikTok the other day. He just goes out into the wilderness and like builds little like log cabins and like pretends like he doesn't have a real house.
Yeah.
And he brings his kid with him and makes
Oh, I
his
know
kid
this
do
guy.
online
This
school.
guy rules.
Is
While
he? Is
he
this guy
builds-
rules.
while
Is
he
he cool?
builds the house.
Yeah, does he have
We
the
were watching.
glasses?
Yeah, we were watching
that
him
guy
very
rules.
out of context, and I was like, this poor child.
No,
It's like
he's the
Child has
man.
to go to school while his dad's building a house.
his son goes to school online from like a fucking little shack his dad built in the woods.
Yeah, they live in
which
like
is
the
the
middle
most
of the woods. He's the
backwards
man.
shit of all time.
He's the
That's
fucking man. I will
nuts.
not hear fuck. What's his name? It's Outback something. He's the man.
Oh yeah,
Outback
yeah.
Steve.
It's like Outback Boy. I forget. You're exactly
He's just
right.
this like very normal guy.
Yes.
But then he'll just be like, yeah, so I'm on Denali right now, and I seem to have snapped my leg in half. So we're just gonna make a splint real quick. If you just hold it. He's like in these crazy situations, just calm as fuck, like he's your friend's dad or something. Like that's the vibe he gives off.
Holy shit.
Just like a suburban dude. But yeah, Ben's right. He'll go out there and just build crazy shit and go on like crazy adventures that are not safe.
A part of me would love to be that kind of guy, but I don't care to learn all about how to build shit with my bare hands like that.
Dude, you gotta like that kind of stuff. Like we like comedy too.
Yeah, dude.
You can't just be like.
I enjoy the woods.
Yeah.
I used to go hiking a lot more in my youth. I used to summit some small mountains, you know?
Yeah.
Well.
Summit small mountains.
Yeah, like Mount Adams. And
You ever do
Yeah, sure.
Green Giant
where's that?
in New Haven / Hamden?
Oh, I think I have, yeah.
The Giant.
I have a whole group of friends. It's a new thing for me where I have a group of friends that their whole personalities now that like being in a fraternity is over, is they live in California and they go to the national parks out west, and that's their
What do
that's
they
their
do at
whole
them?
personality now.
What do they do there?
Look at my new carabiner.
Oh, you ever been to Joshua Tree, bro?
yeah, like some really niche place that everyone out there knows, and they're all like,
Dude,
You gotta get that hand chalk.
you haven't lived unless
gotta
you've
get
seen
that
these
good hand
trees.
chalk.
You go to Joshua Tree, dude, and the natural acoustics of the canyon, legendary. You can play a show outside, but like you don't need speaker equipment
Yeah.
because it just carries.
Because it just like bounces off the rocks.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, dude. Joshua Tree.
They
Check
have
it out.
so many rocks.
The sound bounces off the mountain itself, and
I,
it echoes.
I don't know. That's to each their own. My friend, I got a friend who's really like that. He lives out in Colorado.
I respect it. I think it's cool, but when it becomes your whole personality, it's very annoying.
Not to them.
Well, no, because you think about this.
Obviously.
Think about this from their perspective. Comedy's basically our whole personality.
Yeah, for sure. No, I completely get it.
I get it.
I get it. But at least, like,
How are we going to live in a world
guess
where
it's,
you can't accept other people for what they like, Ben?
it's just annoying to me. God, talk about it on the pod.
Then how dare you have opinions? How dare you?
Be like me, lifeless, opinionless.
I'm just jealous that these kids' Instagrams look so cool.
That's the real thing.
Every picture's a fucking beautiful. Like, the picture edits itself with how beautiful it looks.
Well, I remember with those kind of
Fuck
people,
you.
I used to go to the rock climbing gym here in Fairfield back before I started comedy. That was my first obsession.
Yeah.
'Cause I knew I kind of had a drinking problem, but I didn't want to fully address it.
Right.
So I knew if I went home, so the first, Matt's loving this story already.
Chris, you before comedy is like that kid you showed me on TikTok who's like, day in the life of a 25-year-old living in D.C. He's a you were the unhinged version of me.
Yeah, 100%. So my first 2 years in the workforce out of college, I would just go to work, come home, drink, and so for a year and a half of that, I got really into rock climbing.
Okay.
So I was if I go rock climbing, by the time I get home and be so tired, I'll only have 1 or 2 beers, and then I'm not an alcoholic, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Because I'll pass out. So I would just go rock climbing every day, go right from work to the rock climbing gym for 2 or 3 hours pretty much every day. And I got pretty good. I was in good shape.
God damn.
There are several brief eras where I was in good shape, and it makes me so sad I didn't keep up with it. But anyway.
Were you able to actually scale up the fucking rock walls?
Yeah, I got pretty good. Yeah.
You got a lot of power in your fucking fingertips.
Yeah, we do stuff where you're upside down and shit. It was fun. But no, I would.
What a freak!
I would go there and I didn't want to change.
I'm kidding.
Because this is one of those I don't know autism things maybe.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to bring separate clothes to change there, so I would just go in my button down and suit pants and just put on the rock climbing shoes and harness, and I would just climb like that. For a year and a half, and then all the cool hippie granola people that were all so beautiful. All of them were so beautiful. There was not a single person that was under. None of them were under an 8.
Yeah.
There were just a bunch of white people with
just watching you
with dreads and nose rings and crazy mandala tattoos that were all just gorgeous models.
And they're staring at you upside down on a rock wall.
I'm just there,
hanging like a bat, dude.
Yeah. I'm just there. I drank 3 beers in the parking lot because I was wow, it doesn't really count if I don't do it at home. And then trying to climb a rock wall, just red faced, covered in chalk in half a business suit. I'm so
you're
fucking
breath,
good at this.
And you're hey guys.
I was hey. Because that was the best part.
Run away.
It's I got pretty good, but my endurance never got better. So I could start climbing way more complex problems, then I'd be way too out of breath for what I just did.
Holy shit.
It was great. But yeah, no, they were all beautiful people. That's the problem with those granola outdoors types. They're all beautiful and they think they're better than you.
I can't believe you're out here rock climbing.
The ginger chick with dreads.
Oh, I'm at the coffee shop with a Bible and highlighted fucking whatever the sticky notes, dude.
They were all kind of weird Christian vibes too.
Kill yourself.
What's up with that, dude?
Kill yourself.
What's up with that?
Meet God sooner.
I don't think you should tell people that you did rock climbing.
I loved rock climbing.
It's just not something that you want to tell people that you did. It's just not something that people are going to be wow, I respect this man. Guys, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of You Should Be Worried. My name is Matt Lopes. You can find me on social media at MattyFucko. And I have a bunch of dates. Just DM and ask me if you're interested, and I'll let you know about them all. Follow In the Making ITM on all social medias to look at their sketches, the very fun sketches. And then also check out Chris Warren at Chris Warren Comedy on all social media platforms. Chris?
I don't even feel real anymore.
Chris got to grow that mustache back. My name is Matt Lopes. You guys fucking just crushing it on the support, and we appreciate it. And we'll see you next week, baby. We'll see you next week. I don't know if it's playing, Ben. That is. All right, babies. We love you. See you next week.